Okay, we are here.
Hello, is this Daniel?
Yes, it is. This is Daniel, and we come with many different groups today, as we do come with the Imperial group, and then we also have we have a few that are standing off in the sidelines that may come in today, depending on where we go with this conversation. So it will be fun to see what evolves.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like you got a few interesting things to talk about today.
And there's always interesting things to talk about, isn't there? What would you like to talk about today?
Well, is there anything you would like to share about what's going on in the world today? Whether it
That's
deals
always a
with,
good question, isn't it?
the virus, the new earth, the new energy, anything along those lines.
Well, what we want you to all just kind of step into the energy of, and we could do this right now as a collective group. We all just want you to just maybe close your eyes and just feel the energy. Move your energy up and over your head and move it up into the sky, move it up into the atmosphere. Because what you're going to feel up there is you're going to feel all of us being very present with you right now. You feel the stillness of the earth. The earth is in its, as we said before, reset. It's in its pause. And what you can feel above is the stillness of all of us in anticipation and waiting with you for this energy to move through and settle in. And what you may start to notice as you are sitting focused with this energy and with this intention to tune in, some of you may experience ringing in the ears. Some of you may experience that there's a little bit of a spin to this, a little motion to this energy that is above. And what you may start to notice is that you are starting to feel a little bit lighter, a little bit less of that dense energy moving around through you. We want the light workers, which is pretty much everyone listening here today, yes? We want the light workers to realize and just pay attention to their own feelings. If we could just have a show of hands, right? That would be so fun. If you could just show your hands. If you have been feeling this in a lighter energy, if you have been actually feeling very good about the shifts and the changes happening, that is not to downplay the tragedies that are happening. It never is to do that. And we honor those who have been going through that. And we honor those who have been the ones that are still being called to duty, the nurses, the doctors, the frontliners, as they've been calling them, and the people that are still being called into work. And we thank you for that. But what we want you to realize as you are in this pause, as you are in this reset, the energy and the frequency and the vibration is moving up. And the ability to keep a higher spirit could be there for you if you tap into it. And so that is what we want you to do. We want you to bring your energy up. If you are experiencing some of the emotional stuff going through, we feel it kind of like the waves of an ocean coming in and out, and it is moving through a lot of you, that motion of the energy coming in and out. It is almost like a sweeping motion to clear out the rest of the residue. It's there to clear out the rest of that which is no longer serving, is the best way to put it. So if you're feeling that motion, you may be also experiencing a little bit of nausea. You may be experiencing a little bit of energy that is feeling heavier, denser. And we want you to be very present with that and just imagine yourself lifting that up and handing it over. And handing it over to your angels, to your guides, to your council, handing it into the light, whatever method you like to use to move energy off the body, out of the frequencies, out of the aura. And just start moving that energy out, because this is the time that everybody has been asking about. This is the time that everybody's been waiting for. When is the shift going to happen? When is the event? We are in it. This is the event. Move your mind into that fifth dimension. Move your mind into the frequencies of the event as you are in it. We have been told all along that we will have to keep our spirits high, because the event is not easy to move through. And this is where the light workers are now being called to action. And we had spoken about how each of you are anchoring in more light now than ever before. And you were like little beacons of light on the earth that looks like a disco ball. Do we all remember that? And as you are becoming more and more light, you are acclimating your body. Your energy of the body is starting to acclimate to the amount of energy you are pulling in. So those of you who are feeling the fatigue are now hopefully starting to feel a little bit more energy come in for yourselves. And we want you to just be present and experience as much of this as you can on the highest frequency, because this is again why you are here, what you came for. This is the big event. This is, well, part of the big event. We don't want to make it sound like this is the end of the big event. We are in the big event. So there is some more transitional phases to go through as we move forward. As you move through this coronavirus, you will move through some other resets as well. There is an economic reset that we had talked about before. Money will change, currency will change. Governments will make some shifts and changes. There's a lot of things that will change. And these are not topics necessarily to talk about today. We just want to move through this change and get everybody through this energetic reset. And so many of you have gone inward and have done your journeys and have done your meditations and have taken advantage of this time and have moved yourself into an awareness that is bigger, deeper, stronger than you've had before. There's many of you out there, as we are scanning this audience, there are many of you out there that have now let the higher frequency aspect of self drop in. And we'll kind of go over that as we feel there might be some questions around that. There are many different versions of you in your soul, and you started off with certain versions of it, and then you are moving into other versions of yourself as you evolved from a child to an adult and so on. There is a higher frequency version of you that has all of your memories. It has all of who you are. It is you, but it is a higher frequency of you that is ready to drop in and ready to move forward with this next phase of the ascension process. Some of you have already had that happen. Some of you are in the middle of transitioning out some old pieces and moving in some new ones. We want to say that transition time could be a little bit uncomfortable. It might feel like sadness, depression, as you are saying goodbye to a part of yourself that is done, a part of yourself that did its job, and now it is going to take that piece and go back into the soul, and the new piece is dropping in. That is the best way for us to describe it. It is a little bit more convoluted than that. It is a little bit more sophisticated than that, but that is an easy way to give some imagery for you to move that energy up and down and bring the old out, bring the new one in. We have an energy that just moved in over here. We want to pay attention to that and see what that is. This is very interesting. We feel it is the energy of the Blessed Mother, or Mother Mary, as some may be familiar with her as. And she comes in with a message to the planet that they are holding us in compassion. They are holding the planet, they are holding humankind in love and compassion. And for those of you that are in your mind saying, why don't they come in and help? Why don't they come in and help? They are doing the best. Everyone is doing the best that they can. This is not, this is for everyone that is in the human form. This is what you came here to do. You are, some of you are those people you are asking for to come in and help. That was you. You came into the human form to come in and help. And when you ask, why haven't the ships come in? Why haven't the Arcturians and the Palladians and all of them come in? They have come in through you. They're coming in through Tracie right now. We are here, we are coming in, we are doing it the way that we can. There is rules that apply to this, and we know that some of you do not understand that, but we want you to know we are doing everything we can to help you raise that frequency, that vibration. So if you could move your energy into a beautiful space of communication with your higher realms, that may help you move out of that energy, that frequency of looking for something outside of you to come in, and start moving from inside and out, and just be the best version of yourself you can be as you go out into the world and you help people and you do the things that you came here to do, and hold the highest frequency possible. So as we have Mother Mary standing here, we also want to say there was an assignment last time, we believe, about the roses. Yes? Do you remember that, Jason?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So we want to know if everybody got their roses, if they were putting their energy out. And Mary is standing here holding a red rose, and she wants to present that to everyone. She's presenting the red rose to everyone. So for anyone that forgot to look for the rose, there it is. It is here, right here for you. There is we're listening to her speak to us. She is saying that there is a new beginning coming. There is a new beginning, a new birth of what we know as the world to be. It is time to reinvent everything, isn't it? It is a time for bringing all of this into a new place, into new energy. We are asking her why she doesn't speak directly. And she says, oh no, you're doing fine. And we were just a little curious. She seems to be standing off to the side and bringing the message in. And then there's the little dog to help out with that, isn't it? Okay, let us look and see what else we have going on here for the collective, to see what else we could bring in.
So did Mary, Mother Mary, have any other messages?
We can find out. Hold on, let us see.
For the collective?
We see her as beautiful light coming out of both of the palms of her hands, and then she is pulling the energy from the sun, or from the heavens even, you could say. She pulls the energy in, and then she brings it into the planet. And it is beautiful to see her moving this energy in such a way. And so she holds her hands at just a slight angle, enough to where the energy can come from above and hit the palm, and then it moves out. It moves out into the planet as she directs it in that way. And she is referencing that there is, did we speak of the healing domes in our last video?
In one of the previous videos, we have mentioned the healing domes. Is that still on, or is that still a different timeline? There
is a dome being created over the planet right now, and this energy and frequency is being created by those who are holding the light, the pillars of light. And the frequency that is being sent into the dome right now is one of healing and of compassion and love. And so that is one of the things she is showing us. As she directs that light in, she is sending it into this grid, this dome, and the dome is much like the grid that you would see over the planet. It is this beautiful dome with the, we do not know what we call this shape. The, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides to it. What is that one? It is like a honeycomb almost looking.
Octagon, stop sign?
Yeah, like maybe. And it goes over the planet. It looks kind of like when you see the bee's hive, the honeycomb. It kind of like makes that shape, and it goes around the planet, and she sends the energy into that. And so we want to kind of paint that picture, because if anybody would like to receive healing right now, or would like to add additional healing to that, that is an image you can call in, and then just see it coming down over you in the most beautiful, loving frequency. We see it coming in as pink light and as a soft green. And so however you want to pull that in, whatever color you want to pull that in, bring it into the chakra system, bring it into the auric field, and call in your healing around what it is that you are dealing with at this time. We know that a lot of people could be dealing with not only just health concerns, but with finances and living situations, and trying to figure out a lot of different things right now. And so wherever it is that you could use help, or you could use extra energy, you can use this dome to bring in that energy. And it seems as though Mary is working with the collective of people to create this space and this energy. And some of you listening right now know exactly what we mean, because you have been called to do it. And you have seen the dome in your own mind. You have worked with it with your own energy. There was the mass meditation. Many people put energy into that dome in the mass meditation on April 4th. Lots of energy went in that day. and many, many, many people felt it, and it brought people together, and awakened people that would not have normally been there, but they wanted to be part of something really big and special, and they joined in that meditation. And for many, it brought in an emotional move into the heart. And so we want those who participated to know it was very highly successful in the awakening of the masses of people. It was a wonderful start in beginning to bringing people into more awareness and activating them to where now they will want to seek out more. They want more answers. And they know they're in troubled times and they want to seek that out. And as they keep opening to that, that gives the opportunity for the energy and the frequencies to find their way to them. Synchronicity at its finest. It will start initiating some synchronicities and serendipities in people's lives. And next year, this time, you'll hear a lot of people say, about a year ago, I woke up and all of this stuff started to happen, and this lined up and that lined up and this dropped in my path, and I'm hearing this and I've started doing that. And it's going to be very, very exciting time to hear these stories evolve over the next couple of months. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Do you have any questions with that?
Yes. Is this, are you still connected to Mother Mary? Is she still there? Or?
Yes, she is. She is there, and she is very pleased to be part of this communication today.
Does she have any, I guess, examples of when this will all get better and things will get back to normal? Besides the good changes?
It is interesting. It is as if she is trying to tell a story, and it is of her time, and we are not sure we are understanding the story or the way it is being laid out here for us. But
a lot of things have to play out.
There are a lot of things that have to play out, and we think what she is trying to say is, even though some things may not look like they are happening, some things might feel discouraging, to trust that something even bigger is going on behind the scenes. Something even bigger is going on in the minds of people. And so even if someone doesn't look like they're paying attention or moving in the right direction, do not let that deceive you, because something else is happening in the mind, in the heart, and behind the scenes in this situation. And globally, if things are not looking like you had hoped, or looking like this ascension process that you had held on to, please know that there are bigger things in the works behind the scenes. Your job is to keep your vibration up. As you keep your vibration up and you keep believing for this beautiful transition to this better frequency, you will find yourself in it. You will find yourself detaching from what is happening in this other version that you are no longer putting your attention on. When you no longer put your attention on the violence or the fear or the frightening things that you are seeing when you turn on the television or anything else. We want to go back to this scenario. When you watch TV, you are seeing all of these horrific things happening around the world, all of the illnesses, all of the death, all of the blah, 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 blah. And we're not saying, we don't want to downplay that. That is not what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to ask you, what is your reality? Because we really need you to understand each individual is making and creating their own reality. So when you are in your home, this is why we want you to shut the TVs off, so that you are not creating an extension of those realities. Shut the TVs off and have your own reality for just this little bit of time. You know, if we are all in this quarantine, yes, take this time to be isolated, just like they say, and just create your own reality. Do not turn that TV on. It is okay to go and check the news in these little bits, but to watch those videos and plug your mind with things that you can't unsee, then you create and you lose sleep, and that is a bad frequency, right? And so we want you to create your own new reality by just isolating from it. And when you do that, you'll start to notice that your energy starts to calm down. It gets grounded, it gets peaceful. Watch videos like these that are uplifting. Watch videos that maybe you're listening to some beautiful frequencies that raise your spirits, or you're listening to some chanting or some beautiful meditation, whatever it might be that brings your spirits up. Start doing more of that. And you'll notice that when you step out your front door, it is a beautiful day outside, and maybe you're going to go mow the lawn and do a few things around the house, and it is a simple time and you are enjoying it. You're not walking out the door and seeing, well, we hope you are not walking out the door and seeing ambulances going by and helicopters flying over and, violence next door and all of these other things. Hopefully that is not the reality that is happening when you walk out your door. So we want you to just pay attention to your reality, your immediate reality. Is it safe? Is it calm? Is it peaceful? And if it's not, what could you do different to create that safety, calmness, and peace in your reality so that you are enveloped in that? And that is the energy and the frequency that helps to sustain a fifth dimensional frequency on your earth plane. And as more and more people are sustaining and holding this frequency and this energy and keeping their spirits up and creating a peaceful environment around them, then that is how this new earth starts to create. And the more people start to understand that and start to step into that and let go and release judgment and fear and anger and hurt and pain and all of the turmoils and all of the troubles, as you start to release that and you start to create your perfect calmness, your peace, your inner world, and this place that is nice to be and exist in. And more people will start to do that and start to do that, and then it starts to evolve, and then it is created as a collective of energy. We have millions of people around the world already doing this. And what we would like to see is billions of people around the world doing this. How quickly could it change if billions of people were holding this peace in their mind? And so that is kind of what we see happening with what Mary's message is that as a collective, as we all bring this in, don't let the illusion of what you are seeing outside of you be a distraction. Make the peace go within you. Make it inside of you. Create it in your environment, and let your reality be one of peace. And you'll start to notice that the mirroring of that reality will start to envelop you outside of you as well. When you leave the home, you'll run into other people that are in very peaceful, happy places. And you'll have good experiences when you go out as well. So hopefully that all made sense. Do you think we brought that in okay?
Oh, absolutely. That was great. That was amazing. Great information.
Good.
Well, Daniel, it's going to be pretty hard to top that one, man.
We like it. We think of it like a sundae. We put the little cherry on the top, and we'll make it even better.
Nice. So. Perfect. Yes, that was a great message. Great information. Is there anyone else, or does Mother Mary have anything, or any other groups have anything else they would like to share?
Yes, we are sure we can find some more sharing. So let us take a look here and let's find who else might be available to step in. And we want to thank Mary for her time. And there may be a prayer that she'll want to bring in at the end of this. So if you could write a note for that to remind us to check back with her for the prayer.
Done.
There is an energy that feels like it is coming in from above, and as we lift our hands, the palm of the hands get very, very hot. How interesting is that? And so we want to bring this energy in. This is very beautiful. We have spoken of the children of the sun a few times now, we believe. And this feels to be like part of that collective, part of the children of the sun, part of the sun portal, and many of you are connected to the sun. We see also a very beautiful Lyran image of this beautiful giant lion's head, and strength and power come with that, in this energy of that new beginning that we spoke of. It's kind of like this burst of energy that wants to come out, and it shows itself as so strong and gentle at the same time. There are so many different energies that are coming in, and we hope that as we describe it, each and every one of you can experience this energy. And as you close your own eyes and just imagine the beautiful majestic lion in front of you, and its fur is just glistening with the reflection of the sun on it, and its mane is just flowing and with the air and a breeze going through, and this energy that is coming in, it is such a beautiful strong energy that each and every one of us can reach our hands up and we can just touch that energy and bring it into our own frequencies and vibrations. And this is a new wave of energy. That is what we are getting now. And it is very interesting. As we look up, it gets very bright. And when we look down, it's almost like somebody had put shades on our eyes. And so we like to look up. We like to bring this energy in. It is very bright and gold in color. And it brings, it just brings a sense of peace, a sense of knowing you're going to be okay. And it's going to raise those frequencies of the body. It's going to raise the frequencies of the cells in the body, the DNA of the body. Ashukutumo oshe peoma duduma aika sasho nununyama shikudu. Peoma ayahe so no dutu kotorolama ayakan shikutuduma wata. These beings have come into ancient times of the Egyptian. They say their scribes, their verbiage is written on the walls in Egypt, and that their sun and the energy they bring in with the sun is all about transformation. It's about releasing all that no longer serves into this beautiful light, and just allow the light to come in and blanket you and bring in this energy and this expansion into this world that is so hungry for it right now, isn't it? And it is like that energy of wanting and hungry for more that just invites this beautiful gold reflection to come in and come in around each and every one of you. There are guardians around this planet that are moving this energy in. They are almost like they are amplifiers of this energy. What we see around the earth itself is almost like what one might call one of those Stargate portals, only it's bigger than the earth. It goes all the way around, and on this Stargate there are many guardians that are in place to ensure the energy of and the frequency that is being received right now is coming in its purest form. They want each of us to breathe that in, breathe it in, take it in. Take it in the highest and best good for you. Do not take it in if you do not feel it resonates with you. But we don't feel like that is anybody here. We feel like everybody is open to this beautiful, beautiful frequency. As you can tell, the voice is starting to get more rapid as the energy gets higher and higher and the frequencies are expanding. And that is great news for everybody. It means we have arrived. We are moving into this frequency. We are all, as a collective, making this energy get higher and higher and more vibrant and alive, and that is why the voice is starting to move a lot faster and faster. That was actually just an attunement. There is no translation for that. They were moving the energy down through the body and out across into the auric field, and moving it back and forth. It is going up and down and back and forth, and it is quite a fascinating energy that is moving quite rapidly. Many of you are experiencing time in a different way these days. Lots of time discrepancies, time's either moving very slow or very fast. or you may not even know what day it is. How many of you don't know what day it is? You could raise your hands. And we think that is quite funny because in our mind, we can see you raise your hand. Yeah. And there is quite a few of you that are really stepping into this mind meld of what is time. And you are starting to understand that it does not exist. And when it does not exist, that is your secret to aging, isn't it? If there is no time, then why would you age? Your body would not move. It would just freeze in time, wouldn't it? And so play with that a little bit, why don't you? And freeze your body in time and stop the aging process as you are now experiencing this void of time. You are still bouncing back and forth with the third dimensional reality that does play in time, but what a perfect time, what a perfect moment for everybody to step into the void of time when you are in the quarantine and time is not of an importance to you. And we know that some of you are still working, and we know that some of you are still participating in a third dimensional reality of time. But when you do get those moments to step out of that, we want you to just fully enjoy it. And let your body rest, let your mind rest, get lots of fluids, move fluids through the body. There's a lot of energy that is moving through, especially after this transmission today. We want everybody to take in fluids. There are a lot of you out there that do really well, and a lot of you out there that are saying right now, yeah, I did not drink enough water today. And we want to say, we want you to get that water in. We want you to move that fluid through the body. It not only does it detox, but it is the water that is picking up the frequencies in the highest vibration. The water moves, the frequency moves through the water the best. And so the more fluid you have in the body, the faster you acclimate to this energy. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And there's a lot of light language codes coming in through this energy that we were just tapping into. A lot of light language, a lot of symbols that are new to this reality. And so for those of you who are working with the sacred geometry, those of you who are working with the wizard energy, the Melchizedek energy, the sacred geometry, the Merlin, all of you that already have that energy within you, you are going to start receiving some new symbols. If you are one of those that writes them down, we want you to get on that right now, right? We want you to start writing it out. We want you to start putting it down in your art, in your papers, write it out. And that symbology needs to be posted. It needs to have a platform. So bring it out to the world. Show people what it is that is coming in for you. The symbols right now are quite the activators, and it doesn't mean that you have to see the symbol to be activated, but the symbols are definitely helpful for some people who are not quite ready for the frequency to come in the energetic way. Those of you who are working with the colors, those of you who are working with frequency on that level, we want you to start noticing you're going to see colors in your mind's eye that you haven't seen before. There are new frequencies coming in all the time. The gateways, our floodgates are open right now, and much information is coming in, and it is each and every one of you's responsibility to sit down with that and to take in the information the way that you take it in. Write it out, download it, make a video, do something with it, make an audio version. If you sing it into your music, sing it into your music, record it. It is time to get these frequencies out to the planet. You are getting many of these frequencies through this transmission that we are doing right now, this video you are watching. And as you are doing it, you are being downloaded and downloaded and downloaded with information. They are not joking around with you. They do want to remind you it is your responsibility. That is how we are hearing it. Your responsibility to sit with this. Each and every one of you listening, do not just walk away now. That is tempting. But please sit with this and ask, which version of this am I bringing through? How may I be a transmitter of this high frequency so that another person that I come in contact with or speak to over the phone or through a video, because we do know you're in quarantine, you can't see each other, right? But even if you go to the grocery store with your 6 feet of distance, you will still leave that energy vibration behind, and somebody will walk through that and they will feel the activation of that energy, and they'll go home and they'll be buzzing like we are right now, and they will not know what's going on, and then they're going to pass it on to other people in the home. And that is one of the ways to raise the vibration right out of the illness. Yeah. And we want everybody's frequencies to acclimate and join the highest frequency possible on this planet. Because, as one might say, the more the merrier, yes? And so we think we're going to bring this back down to a normal speed again. And ask Jason, did you have any questions around what just came through?
I don't know. That was pretty interesting stuff. Um, is there anything you would like to add about the children of the sun? Just a little bit more detail, so for the people watching this video will have a better understanding of that.
Mm-hmm. The children of the sun, there are, just like there were the three waves prior to this that people are familiar with, and that is not to say that that is the only frequencies that came through are the three waves. There are many different frequencies within these waves. As we had the first generation of beings that came through, we now have the sun children that are coming through, and some of those children are a little bit older, maybe in their teens. And then the younger versions, so the newest children coming through, they carry a different frequency within their energetic vibratory field. There are many of them, as we can see them right now, there are many of them waiting for the next shift in consciousness to happen. And as soon as that does, we're going to get a baby boom. Now, what do you think is happening when everybody is quarantined? There is a whole lot of baby booming getting ready to be made, isn't there? And so we do think that there will be a rush of infants coming into the planet, and we want you to know that that is not a mistake, that is not an error, that is not just society being trapped in their houses with nothing better to do. But we say to you that this is in design to bring these new souls into the earth. And why? Because the earth is raising its vibration, and the best way to hold that vibration is to bring in beings that already know how to hold it, that have been programmed and set in this energy to hold this energy and help us all as the humankind and human race to bring that energy up for ourselves. We have been on the front lines of this for a very long time. There has been a lot of people that have been working at being the light worker. The first group had to wake up to the idea that there even was a light worker, a way shower. And then the second group had to come in and say, hey, let us show you how to love again. And let us bring you the most challenging ways to love somebody. And you're going to break through those shells and you're going to love people anyway. And then the next group comes in and they're holding the frequency of the rainbow and the crystal energy and bringing in the crystalline and the Christ-like energy into the planet and holding that frequency. And then the sun children come in and they scoop up and they hold this frequency and then they bring it up even higher. And that is how we get to the fifth dimension. We need this wave of children to come in with their altered DNA, their higher frequency, their psychic and intuitive gifts, their telepathy, their which is other words, different gifts that they are going to come in with are going to be much more advanced than what we have seen already happening on the earth. We wanted, and one of the things as we are talking about this, what is going through Tracie's mind here is how people have worked with the physical body and what we have seen in just a short amount of time that people can do with the physical body. There used to be people that would dance and ice skate and do weights and maybe yoga in different positions. And now you look at people and they're doing this thing they call parkour. They are doing this thing where they hang on to bars and it looks like they're climbing stairs, and their bodies, they can move their bodies in ways that don't make sense. And to the human eye, it does not make sense that they can hold their body in such a position by just hanging onto a bar and then lifting their body in this way. Some people can balance themselves on one finger, or they can do all kinds of different things with the body now that they have not been able to do before. And this is the mastery of the energy that is going on. And the children coming in are going to be able to move things differently even more. Maybe move objects, levitate. Telepathy is going to be very strong within these children, this boom that is coming in. It's already happening on those levels. The telepathy in the children is very strong already. And you're just going to see a larger amount of it coming in, and a larger amount. And before you know it, it'll be everyone. Everybody that comes into the planet will be now set to this frequency so that they can hold and maintain and continue to lift the energy of the planet. And for the older generation that is listening to this video, and some of you might be thinking, well, I lived long enough to see all of this happen. And we say, you are seeing it all happen. You are here right now and you are watching it, and it will not be long before these children are here and the next level of this is going to appear, and then the next group comes in and the next level appears. It is not that far off. And we are talking, and we have talked about this before, we are looking at the next 5 to 10 years. You're going to see great and enormous change within the planet. The technology and the wisdom that is already here in the children, they're just waiting to be activated, waiting to be awoken within them. They're going to start creating technology that we could never even imagine at this time in our lives. And we have a lot to imagine. We've seen futuristic videos that give a very positive picture of what could possibly happen within the reality of the earth realm. And yet these children are going to bring it to another level. They're going to bring in things that would not even cross your mind at this point in your earth experience. And so just buckle up. That is what a sun child is. They're coming in, they have technology, they have wisdom, they have abilities, and they can transfer that to you, and they can teach you how, and they can wake up those parts of your mind and activate those parts of you to bring you up to speed with what it is they can do and where they are at with it. So hopefully that answered your question.
Yes, yes, it did. It even had me thinking, since we're talking about children of the sun, is that why we call this virus Corona, to help us make the children of the sun, since everybody's on quarantine?
Yes, yes, that is part of it. Yeah, it is.
Because I think Corona, I don't know if it means sun or crown, but light, so.
Yes, there are no mistakes and things like that, are there? There's other synchronicities with the names, with the name of the virus to pull into it as well. And so as people play with that, if they want to post that below, that would be fun for you guys to read if they have other correlations with that. But that is true. That is what is part of what is going on there, Jason.
Interesting. New information. Well, I do not have any more questions, and I know we have about 10 more minutes left. Did you wanted to add anything, or did you want to go to the prayer that you mentioned?
Let us see if there's anything to add or anything from the collective audience that we would like to address. We want those of you that get caught up in the comparison, and we think we have addressed this before. Please do not compare yourself to the person next to you or what somebody else is doing or seeing in their mind. Go pull yourself to the strength that you have. Maybe you feel, maybe you have an understanding, maybe you have just a knowing of things. Maybe you have a great visual. Maybe you have all of it. It is not to be compared from one to the next. Please do not compare your abilities to the person next to you, because you came here with something specific to do. And if you get caught up in that piece, you will miss out on the thing you are here to do. One of the things we would like to say for those of you who do struggle with the visualization, we want to tell you it is very important to be in a childlike mind, to allow yourself to create what do you want it to look like. If we were to say to you, go to the realm of the angels, and in your mind you're saying, I can't see anything. We say to you, what would you want it to look like? What would you want it to look like? Let's step into the realm of the angels. And we're seeing these beautiful, beautiful angels standing all around. They're in a circle all around us. And there's clouds off in the distance. And there's this beautiful sun peeking through the clouds. And now we can just see the wings expanding out of each of the angels. And as they are moving their wings, they're starting to float above us. And they're just showering us with their blessings and with their love. And we are standing on one of these beautiful fluffy clouds. And as we look off into the distance beyond the angels, there's a beautiful city that sits off in the distance. And this beautiful city looks like it glows and it sparkles and it looks amazing. And it looks very enticing. I want to go there. I want to go into the cathedrals. I want to go down the streets of this beautiful city. And I want to experience it, and the lights and the glow on the streets. And there's all these beautiful energies, angels walking around, and beautiful fun things happening all around. And the feeling of it is just that of love and compassion. And you see how we let our imagination just go with what do we want it to look like? And if you could just do that, what do you want it to look like? And get out of your head of what you think is going to show up for you as a picture. And just allow for it to develop in that wonderment kind of way, like you were a child making up a story. We think that you will find yourself being blessed with many beautiful visions of what it is that is all around you, the beautiful places you can go visit in your mind. Because once you get out of your own way and you just start creating it, and we ask you, where do you think the idea of what you want it to look like is coming from? That is your intuition telling you what it looks like. And it does not matter if it is right or wrong. Just enjoy it, be in the beauty of it, the feeling of it, the colors, the taste, the smell, the textures. It is all there for you. And just allow for that to happen. We will go ahead and bring in Mother Mary now for the prayer. She wants everyone to come in and just please bring your energy present however you want to do that. And as you do that, we are going to say a prayer over the earth, and we want to put that energy into the healing dome and into each and every individual that could benefit from the frequencies of this prayer today. Blessings to all of you. Thank you for being here. What we would like for you, as I come with a collective of the Master Realm, what we would like from all of you is just to be in this place of love. Find it in your heart, that thing that you love most in this world. Find it in your heart, that thing that calls to you in a way that brings the spark into your life. We want you to feel the spark in your own life as you move that energy through the grid, through this beautiful dome. We want you to bring it in through your body. We want you to touch every cell of your body with this beautiful spark of love. If you could just feel that love coming in, send it down into the earth, into Mother Gaia. See it reaching every little particle of Mother Gaia. Let it move through the water, through the air. Let it move through every leaf on every tree. Let it move through the lungs of everybody who breathes in this beautiful air. And let this beautiful love be encompassing to all who are ready to receive it. May we all be joined together in this high frequency of compassion, of love, of understanding, of acceptance, peace, and joy. Let it come in and just flood the areas that you live in. Let it touch every neighbor. Let it touch every child. Let it touch every elder person. Let it touch everyone in your home, even the animals that live in your home. Let this sweep through the walls of your house and your space that you live in. Sweep through the bed that you sleep in. Sweep through the food that you eat and the space that you exist in. Let it clear the energy and move in this beautiful place of love. Let love touch everything in your life. Let it touch the hurt. Let it touch the pain. Let it touch the sadness. Let it touch the anger. Let it move it off of you freely, easily, gently. Let your hearts move to a frequency that is so light and so bright and so free right now. Let it be a part of you to the deepest core of who you are. Bring it into your truest form, and then bring your truest form to the surface. It is time for everybody to see your truest form of you. Who did you come here to be? And are you being that person? Are you allowing that version of you to move through society, to move through the ethers of the world that you coexist in with all of these other beautiful forms? Breathe it in and extend it out. Let it be part of this world that you live in, this greatness that is you. Quit hiding. Quit hiding behind the pains and the hurts. Let those be healed and released from your body. Let all the aches and all the pains move freely off of you. Your frequencies and your vibrations are no longer a match for anything that is lower, anything that resembles fear or pain. It is being left behind to be transmuted by the source energy itself. Breathing in again and just let it expand out into the world, your greatness, your light. And let that light touch the light that's next to you, and then the light that's next to that one, and again and again. Keep expanding your light out until you keep finding all the light around you. As you complete and move this energy into the grid, into the collective consciousness, all these bright, true versions of self are now coming together, and they are creating the most beautiful, peaceful place. A place that you can come to whenever you want, whenever you desire. This is your place now. This is your home. This is where your heart belongs. You have come here to serve a great purpose in ascension and evolution, in your soul, and in the souls of all those around you. So let that come in. Let it be at peace with you and with all that is. All judgment drops away. Be in this moment as we just hold a little bit of silence here in this moment, and let all of that love get anchored in and see it expand to everything that ever was and ever will be. And so it is. And with that, we thank you. And we will bring your prior channel back in, Daniel, as we thank you and move on. And know that we are here for you in all of your prayers and all of your thoughts. We are here and we are moving through you with the answers. And we want you to trust what comes into your heart. Thank you so much for allowing us this time.
Thank you.
And there that is. And what a different energy that was. Very fun. Is there anything else that we can do for you today, Jason?
No, that is it. That is it for tonight.
Well, we want to thank the collective for being here, and thank you for bringing us in again. And we appreciate this time with you. Please, everyone, go forward and share this light with the world. You are beautiful, beautiful beings, and step into that with great pride. We thank you all very much. We will give you back, Tracie.
Hey, okay. Welcome back.
So that was cool. That was, now I feel like I could go take a nap.
In about 15 minutes, you can do that.
You're going to let me go? That's funny. Yeah, that was pretty cool, though, to have that Mary energy. Before it was just staying over here, and I was like, what's Mary? Why doesn't she just come in? But then when she did come in for the prayer, that was really interesting, because at the very end of it, in that moment of peace, I felt her move out and face me and thank me for letting her come through and do that. And then she came back in, said her last words, and then back out. So that was pretty cool.
Interesting. Since you mentioned Mother Mary and so on, did you have anything else on your side that you can see that was going on?
There was and I'm trying to remember what your question was. She kept showing me, and this could be the Catholic in me, that that Christ heart with the thorns around it.
Oh yeah.
And you were asking, I think you were asking, how long is this going to take?
Yeah.
And she very quickly showed me the life of Jesus, and then that heart with the thorns in it, and I didn't understand what it meant, and I still don't. But I want to share it with you guys, just in case that means something to somebody, or there's a translation that could come from that. But yeah, I imagine that was a journey, right? And yeah, I'm sure later it's going to come to me, and if it does, I'm in a post down below, and I'll add what came to me with what did that mean. But yeah, that was interesting. I was like, I'm sitting there going, I don't know what that means, and the Octorian sitting there going, they didn't know what that meant either, to have that be shown, but it was that heart with that little crown of thorns over it. So yeah, so if you guys know what that means, share it.
Maybe
I'm sure it's
with
very symbolic. I know it meant something, and I know I was meant to share it. I just don't know what the translation is.
maybe something that deals with, everybody has to go through this journey, and
Yeah,
deal with
and
it.
it's an individual journey. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
the good and the bad, maybe it deals with something like that. Because it's
Yeah.
a heart and then it's thorns.
So Jesus came in to die for our sins, right? So maybe that was the symbology of the crown of thorns over the heart. Maybe that has something to do with the releasing of our sins or the troubles, no longer holding the judgments and the pain.
Gotcha.
But maybe. I'm sure there's a lot of theories going on right now. You guys share those so that we know what they are.
Okay.
I would like
That's
to
just
know.
my guess.
Yeah. So
Anything else from Mother Mary that you were seeing?
I really enjoyed her energy. It was very comforting. So so that part was good.
Very calm and collective.
Yeah. Very compassionate. The showing me the dome. What is that shape? I think it is a stop sign, but it was like a honeycomb look to it. I don't know, but the dome was made up of a big grid like that. And when everybody was sending the energy into that, it was turning into this really powdery blue color to me. I don't know, other people may have seen it as a different color, but it was kind of just filling in like this beautiful blue color going through the dome, which to me, green is healing. So I found it interesting that it was this powdery blue color, but I'm sure there was something to that frequency as well. It's probably I think the honeycomb one is 6 sides, and that's what they were showing me, like a honeycomb. So yeah, don't make fun of me and my shapes and sizes. That's but yeah, that was very interesting to have that.
Octagon is 8, so that's the stop sign. Okay.
Okay.
I had at least the octagon with the stop sign, but for a honeycomb, it is 6 sides.
Gotcha. The interesting part with Mary coming in is we were in the channel, and all of a sudden there was like this energy that was like, bam, so present right here. It was like, what just happened? Somebody's standing here. So that part was interesting too.
Like,
The
ding,
way,
ding, I'm
the
here.
way that she came in. Yeah, it was just like, bam, I'm here. It's like, somebody's over here. But yeah, that was interesting too, the way that came in. So that was fun. Nice little surprise visit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything with the children of the sun? That was interesting. That was an interesting concept.
It's not the first time I've heard about the children of the sun. I don't know if we've talked about it on this show or not. But the children of the sun are very sure. It's like an energy that is very confident in a way. It's like they know what they're here for. And so I almost want to say I feel bad for the parents, because it's going to be like having adult children. You're going to try and control these kids, and they're not going to understand why they can't do what they want to do, because they have this frequency of the very advanced frequency.
Right.
So, you got a 2-year-old running around wanting to drive a car, but who knows? They're going to be pretty advanced. They're not going to want to be told what to do. So I'm glad I'm not a parent for the children of the sun. I'm just saying that doesn't mean that they're all going to be naughty little children, but it does mean that they're very smart, and they're going to be, I'm just going to say it, they're going to be smarter than us. So they're going to look at us like, really, you want me to take my instructions from you, when they know better, or they have more wisdom or more access, more telepathy. They're going to be in direct communication with higher beings.
Just tell
we're going to be sitting down in front of these little 3- and 4-year-old gurus sitting on a chair, and we'll be like, could you answer a question for me?
Nice. Look, just tell them to stay away from the Tide Pods and the other weird challenges that come out, like cinnamon.
Right.
Stuff.
Yeah. Don't get sucked into that, right. Eating the Tide Pod things. That's bad news.
Never letting that go.
That's funny.
As long as they
The
don't
thing
have
that
any more
stood
knee
out,
challenges, they're going to be all right.
yeah, exactly. One of the things that stood out with that energy, though, was that lion that came through. It was huge. It was this big, huge, like golden and soft and massive. The energy it's like that energy you can't explain, but it was like confident and safe and easygoing and just this really safe feeling with this energy of this lion that came in, yet it was strong and it was powerful and it was confident and it was certain of itself. It was like this energy, and that's the same kind of energy those kids will have.
Got it.
So yeah.
Thought it was interesting when we were talking about the coronavirus, the quarantine, and the name of the children of the sun, and the virus is named Corona. So I looked it up real quick, and evidently I am pretty close. The sun's corona is normally visible only during a total solar eclipse. So the sun does have a corona.
Oh, interesting.
So
So it's bringing in the corona children, the ones that can only be seen in the eclipse, which is our time of darkness, which is right now why we are in quarantine. Boom!
get those babies on the way.
That gives me chills, actually. So that was really good. Yeah.
So I
So we're bringing in
knew
the
there was
corona
something that
children.
dealt with the sun with corona. So yeah,
That's really cool.
there's
What
a
a neat,
little bit of
what
a
a neat
link.
deduction. I like that. So we're we're going to just start calling them the corona children, the ones that are coming in about 9 months.
And it does mean crown. So that's the
Wow.
Latin version. Latin corona meaning garland, wreath, crown.
Wow.
It also probably could relate to Mother Mary with the crown, the thorns.
What does the number 10 mean? Because 9 and 1, or 1 and 9 break down to 10, right? I'm going to go look that up. Let's see what 10
Does it
means.
come out to 1 if you do it?
Well, it can. Let's see. The number 10 is a message that you are receiving insights and guidance from your angels through your ideas, thoughts, visions, and feelings. Okay, so let's see what the number 1 is, because it does break down to 1. And 1 is reminder from your angels that we are all connected and we are all associated by our thoughts. The number 1 asks you to be aware of your thoughts and focus upon your true heart's desires so that they are able to positively manifest your desires into your life. So we've got the corona children, the crowned corona children coming in as manifestors. Maybe that's part of our breakdown. I do like that. So yeah, anybody else have Corona-19 or the COVID-19 thoughts and ideas?
Comment below. Let's hear them.
Yeah, very cool.
Interesting. How it all comes together.
It really does. It's very fun. And I love that we didn't have any theme for tonight and just let it wide open, and
Yeah.
a lot of information came through that I wouldn't have expected. So that's always fun too. Just
And
see
we
what else
thought we
is out
didn't have
there.
anything to talk about.
I know. Let's just see what happens. Those are the best kind.
Corona. The sun has a corona, and the children of the sun.
Children of the sun, the ones coming in through the darkness.
Interesting.
That is. I think you're onto something with that corona thing.
Boom.
How cool is that?
Connected.
The crowned ones, the children of the sun wearing the crowns, the ones with telepathy and higher intelligence, they're coming in. I like it. Perfect. All right. So you're gonna change your life right now, right here. All right. For all of you that are now finding out that you're pregnant, we want to hear about that too. We'll be like, you'll be on our Corona children list.
Yeah, my coworker, he just had his child yesterday or 2 days ago. So
really,
I want to know if that counts. Gonna have to ask him. Hey.
Like, He had, yeah, it probably does. One of the things that I could see when you were asking about the children is all these souls lining up ready to come in. There's like an army of them ready to come in. So, you know, here we are. Everybody's locked in their homes. Nothing better to do. Let's go make some Corona babies. So yes, for that younger generation that's a little bit bored at home, you're bringing in some pretty special kids. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what else are they gonna do? You know, besides
Right?
paint a room and garden.
Oh,
I mean, who
it's a
wants to
no-brainer.
do?
No-brainer. Yeah. Go have some fun. Let's bring in some babies. So yeah.
Nice. That's funny. Yeah, I wanted to I forgot who mentioned it, but yeah, they did say like, yeah, we're gonna see another baby boom. We can see it now.
Well, I'm going to agree with them because I saw a lot of them waiting to come in. So,
Yeah.
and we want them here
I wonder how
because
many of the
they are.
Corona children are like, Mom, Dad, come on.
Yep. Tap, tap, tap.
Come
Put the video game down. Come on,
on.
Dad. Come on, Mom. Turn off that Lifetime movie. So, yeah, I think we got a lot coming in here, and it's a process for sure. But like they were saying, it's still in that 5 to 10 year advancement mark because once they're here, they don't have to be adults to bring in that frequency. You know, once they're conceived, that frequency has started to come in. So,
Yeah. Interesting. You mentioned time and age, and I was gonna bring up a joke, but who knows? But I figure I share it now since I have you back and with time and age, and you're like, yeah, when you figured out how what time it is and what day it is, you know, you feel younger. I was like, is that why, you know, some people lie about their age and forget
oh,
their
there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm 25.
there you go. So you must be 25, right?
That's right. That works. Yeah, we're calling it in as a collective.
That's why, you know, everybody's so much younger. That makes sense.
It really does. Yeah.
You know, and I think there's some truth to it because someone else said that, you know, if you keep focusing on your age, if you say, well, I'm this age, then you're going to be more that age. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't focus on it that much, we'll be younger.
Yeah. Our bodies don't necessarily need a clock, you know. They're just going to be our bodies and do what we need them to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting as time kind of evades us, how physically we respond to that, what the aging process does when we're not paying attention to time anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the only other thing I have left is who did the light language? Was that a shaman that came
Oh
through?
my gosh, that was coming. I don't know what that actually sounded like, but that was that gold group,
Ah,
um, that higher ascension group. We haven't had them come in before, but when I was in California, Valerie did a regression on me. She did her quantum soul expression session on me,
mm-hmm.
and this group came in, and I hadn't met them before, and they came in and said they were going to start working with me. I thought that'll be curious, and I kind of forgot about it. And then because they didn't come back, and then they came in tonight. And so that was, I don't know what to call them other than their really golden energy. And when I would put my hand up here, my hand would get really hot. So that was interesting. I could feel the energy. It's about 1.5 feet above my head. And they were the ones that came through and were talking really, really fast and doing the really fast light language.
You think they're part of the sun, or?
They might be part of that sun collective that's coming in.
Okay. Well, you got.
Yeah, that would be something to explore. Maybe next time we can ask who they are.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm glad you asked that question because I hadn't had them move through before. That was just like, it was like, oh my gosh, the energy that was coming through. I mean, at the time I was really jacked up, but I promise all of you, as soon as we get off this call, I'm going to be like, oh.
Knocked out.
It's all just going to be like, okay.
Leave me alone.
Bedtime.
Don't bother.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's like running a marathon. You're like all pumped up, and then all of a sudden it's like, Okay. So, yeah,
Perfect.
that's
Perfect.
interesting. It was good though. It's a good vibration. It's a good frequency. So when they get here into the planet, and like you said, you already there's probably children showing up in this frequency. So they're just going to keep elevating the earth energy. Like we've had these waves come in, waves come in. Well, now the waves are coming in through physical bodies. They're coming in and bringing that frequency. So we're all going to have to be leveled up for that. So bring it up, everybody. Turning up the dial. Yeah.
Time to get cooking.
Yeah. So if you're experiencing symptoms of the shift, heaviness, depression, sadness, release, pain, aches, whatever it is, just let it all go as best you can so that you can move in this new frequency. And then you'll be sitting there like me, like, can you still see me? Or am I just vibrating too fast?
Right. For me, I would like to know what you've been up to, so you can leave a little message below of what you've been up to. So that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I know
How are they getting through
I'm more busy now than what I was a month or two ago.
Really? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Easy
That
more.
makes sense. Yeah. There's a lot of people that now they have time to think about stuff. So they're like, hey, I want to do this. And you're the one to go. Yeah. And I've been doing the Ascension sessions and those are going fabulous. Today I talked to, and I want to word this the right way. So let me pull up how I worded it earlier. I talked to somebody that was from the Orion Council of Light, and she was the activator of the galactic maps within us to remind us why we're here and bring that back into our consciousness. That was pretty cool. A lot of really cool things coming through those ascension sessions, clarity, moving into understanding, moving into how easy it really can be. We make it hard, and just removing the difficulties and our own limitations that we put on through just our own thoughts. It's very powerful. So, yeah.
Nice.
So, you staying busy, is there anything that anybody in the collective would like to know about what you do that's making you so busy?
Real estate. Real estate, my job, and then doing the honey-do list.
The honey-do list.
There's a couple of things on there,
Yeah.
So, but
wonderful.
Other than that, and then helping taking care of my mom. So that was on the list, helping her out with her projects. So that was just added on top of it.
I got to meet Jason's mom. She's a lovely woman.
Yeah, that's
really enjoyed my time with her.
That's true. So, yeah. Tracie had an ascension session with my mom, so it was pretty interesting. So I only watched half of it yet, but I'll watch the rest of it later. So,
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good that she was into it, because of her background. I was kind of shocked, but yeah, it went smooth and went good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's a very beautiful soul, and that's the best part of those sessions is just connecting to somebody else's soul and seeing this other version of them that when we're in our humanness, we're not expressing that part of ourselves. So that's one of the things I feel very blessed, very special, to get to see that side of people and get to go on these journeys with people. And your mom's I can't remember if she was part of the angelic realm, but I know that she had a very beautiful and soft frequency. She would be like the Mother Mary frequency. So very much.
That wouldn't surprise me too much. A lot of people call her mom, and then a lot of people see her as a mother figure. So
yeah,
doesn't surprise me too much.
I could see that happening with her. She was so easy to just interact with. So wonderful. So hi, Mom. So, yeah, we'll get her to watch this now.
Nice. So Other than that, the other little special project that I was able to do that deals with what we do with Q.R.E. is that I was able to put together, hopefully it works, is the email list that deals with special announcements and everything. So if you go to either jasonballay.com or quantumresearchenlightenment.com, there's a box that says special announcements. If you add your email address to it, and when we come out with something, I'll be able to communicate with you guys through that quicker. So
And that link is going to be down below.
so you might, I'll leave a picture right there. I think it's going to pop up right there of what the box looks like. Make it easier. So other than that,
Very cool.
hopefully it works. So
It's going to work.
Tracie's going to do a test.
I am. I'm gonna, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna go over and get signed up.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I could do it right now if you want. let's see.
Do it in case there's an issue.
Okay.
And
Now we got a right side. Okay.
yeah, right side, special.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, look at that. So, oh, look, it just wants to fill it in for me. Okay, so I'll do that in a little bit. And perfect. So now you guys all know how to find it.
Boom. Easy
Right there.
peasy.
Easy peasy. So go to the About Jason, and on the right-hand side, special announcements.
Yeah, any page. They can go click on any page. It's just not on the home page. I'll have to probably add something to it.
Perfect. All right, I just did it. I did the autofill in, and it is on its way. So I'm going to get the special announcements. I'm going to be the first to know.
Perfect.
I'm excited about that. So, all right. Anything else, Jason?
That's it. That's all I have, Tracie.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that hopefully in the near future, there's going to be another channeling and light language workshop. The one that we had before quarantine was wonderful. And hello to everyone that was participating in that. You guys are amazing. To say they raised the roof would be an understatement. And can't wait to put another one together. So looking forward to the world freeing up again so that we can put together another workshop. But other than that, I am thinking about doing some things online. So if people want to watch for that, I haven't really orchestrated that yet, but it is in process of thought form to become a class or something that we can do interactive online since we can't meet up in person. So
Absolutely. Interesting.
yeah. All right.
Cool.
That's all I got.
That's
Other
it.
than, yep. We'll see you guys all next time.
All right. Take care.